What's going on, brothers? Listen, let me tell you the name. Got a reveal for you. It's entitled Black Box Go to Hell, Part 20. Here goes. So, of course, there's still the notion floating around that apparently all the men in this space are somehow jealous or want to stop these domestic reptiles, these hoochies, from dating out and marrying out, and that's just not true. In fact, they should actually marry out and date out and test the waters. But for brothers out there, work your brothers of eyes ears to hear, the principal brothers who understand how this particularly ends, we all know that when these domestic reptiles, these hoochies, try to date out and marry out, it predictably ends in failure because, after a while, they can't keep up the pretense, and then, that woman king shit comes out, and then they get dropped like a bad habit. Every fucking time. That's why it doesn't faze me when they troll this channel and say things like Miss Tao or we're dating Brad and having his babies with premium genetics and all this other shit. That doesn't faze me because most of the time it fails. It fails. And not just with white men, but with East Asian men and these East Indian men that they claim to want, They try so hard to live out the swirl fantasies in those books that they find at Walmart, and they faceplant. They end up in the cell block of the cemetery or in poverty. And some of them are already in poverty, but they end up further in a hole through their own making, through their own doing. And I gotta say it like this. For those who still come to this channel to flick their shit, one of the content providers in the Black Manosphere put out a 29 video playlist of surviving bottom shelf Brad, where he documented all of these swirling hoochies and domestic reptiles who hopped the fence and ended up dead. But these individuals really believe that they could marry Mr. Clean and live happy ever after, and that just didn't happen. A lot of times it doesn't happen because these hoochies and domestic reptiles don't actually study their demographic that they're trying to attract. They don't study them. Most of the men that they are trying to attract are not interested, don't like fat women. 55% of these hoochies are obese. Like 72% of them are overweight. But somehow, some way, they really believe that these Brads, Raj, Enrique wants them. They don't. They're not attracted to females with motor mouths. They're not attracted to women who are combative, especially women who try to base up in a man's face, overtalk them, and try to sun him in front of everybody. They're not attracted to that shit. But these hoochies, these domestic reptiles, they are hard-headed. A lot of them don't learn. A lot of them are SBC, stupid by choice. And that's why brothers like King Sigma and other brothers who document these swirling fantasies that go wrong, they're never going to run out of content. You hear? They're never going to run out of content. The whole thing is embarrassing. It would be laughable if it wasn't so sad, but this is the type of time they're on. And the same goes for the hoochies and domestic reptiles who are still trying to reach back. The reach back is gone. They can't reach back. Their last rodeo was in the 90s. After the 90s, shit went downhill for them. And right now, they're probably in their lowest state they've ever been. Their lowest. They're the face of evictions, the new face of crime, the fastest growing prison population in this country, and just people are tired of looking at them and dealing with them. And the sad part is, they did it to themselves. It was all self-inflicted. All they had to do was clean up their, all they had to do was clean up their act, lose the attitude, lose the weight. That's all they had to do. But no, they didn't do that. I mean, it's sad, it's unfortunate, but that's them. And I'll say it like this. These hoochies and domestic reptiles may think that I'm completely ruthless, but I gotta say it like this. They have the power alone to end this shit. They can turn it around if they want to, but they're not going to because their ego and their vanity outweighs reality. You hear? Their ego and their vanity outweighs reality. So these individuals have declared war on common sense, logic, reason, and reality itself. And that's why they're in the trenches. And that's why the black box can go to hell. Nobody's saving it. Not even that fat fool, Fubar Johnson. He can't save it. You see, he wants brothers to be doormats for these hoochies and for this abomination called the black community, because it's not really a community, it's dead. A community consists of men, women, children. A family consists of a mother, a father, and a child. But not to people like Fubar Johnson, and not to bitch-made simps like him, and not to the domestic reptiles who give that fool money. Those individuals are one of the reasons why the black community right now is dead, and why brothers with their soul, the productive brothers, have left and started their own communities or their own families. I'm pretty sure you brothers over this watch stream are paying attention to the stats in regards to these biracial households. I know you did that. I don't blame you. I understand. I completely understand. But these hoochies, these domestic reptiles, they gotta face facts. Nobody's checking for them. You hear? Nobody's checking for them. Nobody's trying to date them. No one's trying to marry them. And because of this recent bullshit with the 15-year-old boy who got shot down there in Mississippi, and how all of the hoochies and over in the Shea Butter YouTube rejoiced at his death, I wouldn't be surprised if the very same machinery of the state, the very same people who gave them the carte blanche to act the way they act, just turned on them overnight. I mean, it's already happening slowly. Slowly but steadily it's happening. And they did it to themselves. You brothers sit on the fence. You brothers who have eyes, ears to hear, stay at the black box. You hear, stay at the black box. Do not return. Let it rot. I'm gonna say it again. Let it rot. We owe them nothing. Take heed, brothers. Take heed. There's a lot of me tell. That's all I got for you. Like the video, like share in the commentary, please subscribe. If you're doing it, visit my change by tip jar on the upper right hand side of the screen. That's G+ icon. And the situation with Travis Rudolph and how he he walked. I'm going to share my thoughts on that in my next installment of Lockout. So be ready for that, brothers. But for now, go your own way, live your own way. As for these domestic reptiles, these hoochies, these bitch-made crabs, and those that are problem with what we say it, give them nothing. This is SYSBM PSA. Welcome to State. See you soon.